Hello ladies and sexually confused ninjas, we return to Dungeon Souls not because this is going to be a series or anything, I just wanted to do a standalone run, so hopefully I can show you like the late game of this game, which I have mixed feelings about. This is something that I touched quite a bit on the showcase that I did earlier in the channel. Anyway, I'll talk about these issues as we encounter them. Hopefully we'll get to like loop infinitely. That will be amazing. I've unlocked every difficulty level. Most of the characters are well leveled up. Not all of them are maxed out, but they are all having played to some extent. These ranks actually give you benefits right here. If you hover over here, it'll give you a bunch of, miscellaneous buffs. Something that doesn't tell you though is that you get more points to spend on level up, which is basically the reason you might want to level people up, because those extra points are incredibly useful. The difficulty levels are all unlocked. I have tried playing on impossible. It is not impossible, but it makes the game a little too tricky, and I want to get one of them insane overpowered runs, so we're going to put it on nightmare, which is it's difficult but doable. Hit that random button, see what happens right here. Revive, there you go. And currently the game is bugged. Alright, we get, who's this guy? The Destroyer? This guy's the Destroyer, I see. This is possibly one of the most boring guys. Anyway, it's alright. Like, they all have their play styles. That's something that I continue telling you, that each character does feel unique in its own way. We're going to just hammer these people, but the Destroyer, I'm kind of glad that we got him, because the Destroyer might be the one guy that is kind of broken. Like, this hammer, well, I guess it's an axe. This attack, the basic attack, if you read on it, it has swing hammer that deals 130 the damage, and has a 15 plus 5% per level to stun an enemy. I think they actually nerfed this. It used to be 50%. Or I might be confused about that, but the point is, if you level this up high enough, you're going to get a non-trivial chance to stun. If your swing speed is high enough, there's nothing that can stand to you, because the bosses get stunned, and they will just get stun locked until they die. So this guy is one of the broken dudes. So we're going to put some points in damage, but we're also going to put some points in magical resistance. These are items that you can start with when you level up a little bit. You craft them, and then you can pick them up at the beginning. I'm not going to pick up the Murderous Ring, which you get by being a disgusting murderer of an innocent creature in the game. I'm going to pick up Nimbus Grace, though. It's like a periodical shield to your character. But you see, extremely boring to be hanging to be swinging the thing. You get with the Destroyer though, you can change weapons. The third skill that I put a level on makes you able to use a chakram, transform the dark chakram to a dark hammer. If you use it, oops, I leveled it up by mistake. That was a terrible mistake, in fact, because points in that are completely worthless. But if you use it, you switch the hammer, I guess, to the axe. If you use it again, you change to the chakram. That is where the variety in this guy's gameplay comes in. We're going to grab 10 bonus damage, 5 health per 10 seconds. This sword is amazing, so we're going to absolutely buy it. We also got some more points. I want to put all the points in damage for now, because killing enemies is kind of a chore at this point. So we want to have the highest damage possible. And I'm not going to have a very bad time surviving just yet. It does become a problem later on in the boss fights. That's what mostly will do enough burst damage to kill you, the boss fights. Get this? Because there is a lot of magical damage in those things, and if you don't have the resistance, especially in this difficulty level, if you don't have the pertinent resistance, you are going to succumb to horrible death. So, something to have in mind, that you want to level that up. Another thing that we absolutely want is to have enough to have a book. If we don't have a book before the end of the second level, I feel like you might as well restart your run, because with that Merlin's hat, which reduces your cooldowns by a ton, I guess that will pick up the ring. The ring, what it has is it gives you extra damage. It also fires laser beams around every 5 seconds, and that effect is kind of obnoxious. there will be like a serious epilepsy warning at the beginning of this video. Like, I will absolutely put it there, I mean it, because like on the thumbnail and in the description, maybe even I'll edit it in like an actual text warning, because this game is like a Japanese anime nightmare kind of thing. There's so much stuff flashing on screen sometimes when you get ultra powerful that you know, it's a real thing. I don't want anybody to have a seizure while watching this game, so I will absolutely put that warning in there and actually mean it. It's not like ironic, haha, look at how edgy I am doing this silly thing. I don't know how that could possibly be construed as edgy, but one way or another, I'm absolutely going to say it. You may notice that we're gaining a ton of levels, and that is because this difficulty level increases the rate at which you gain experience by a lot. So we get a ton of points to spend at the very beginning, which is very, very helpful, because the enemies are exceedingly buffed. Thankfully though, our damage, thanks to picking up that sword and just the points that we have spent so far, there's really no much need to pick out the money at this point. The point that, oh, this is very good. Not so much for a physical damage dealer, but good enough. 7 magic resistance, I really do want this, but does this count as a book? Because I really need a book to be able to go into the secret shelf area and maybe not die. So get some armor, the second ability that I have not actually explained. I put a level in it earlier. Dashes toward the cursor to increase your defense by 60. This makes you much more durable. My current defense is 100, so almost doubles it. It gives you like a whole third more. But you know, putting 1 point in is enough. It will simply give you more defense the more if you put points in it. That is kind of worthless. You don't want points in any of that. You want to increase your regular attack. And your regular attack is going to be your main source of damage for the entirety of the run as a destroyer. And that is okay by me. And it looks extremely slow right now, but if we get the right set of items, which I very much hope that we do, you get such insane swing speed. We're already doing quite damn decent damage right here. Quite an insane swing speed, and you're going to have a real good time going all over the place, being a wrecking ball, just destroying the entirety of the rooms that you encounter in record time. Get some more damage. That is a fine thing to do. See, I have no book. Cannot go into the empty shelf area. This is kind of a bad thing, but hey, we might loop, and then we get a second chance, and believe me, we will have a book by then, that is for sure. There's just so many items, it's kind of crazy. But now that I've been playing this game, I think Steam says I've played it for 12 hours now, and I am very much at the late game stage. I have leveled up most of the characters. I have every single passive. I forgot to show you that. Every single passive has it maxed. Get out of here before the Redeemer destroys me. Yeah, assign some points before this fight starts. And we're going to use the hammer because, like I said, stun is a real thing. Not yet. Like, it's not going to do a huge amount of stun. But see, it's you see the stars right here next to my character? That means that the enemy's stunned. It means they can do nothing. If your swing speed is high enough, it is just stun lock city. And you're going to simply cruise through the game until you get sick of playing the game. And that is why I want to do just a standalone one run of this game. Because while I enjoy it, I'm playing it. Like, I'll throw a run or two in the evening. I do want to be super fast with this character. Not so much with a ranged character. They are... oh yeah, I already have this. Ranged character, you want to have a controllable speed. Too much speed is it will get you killed. As a melee character, the faster I go, the better. It's more fun that way. So, even though it does get uncontrollable, but this character, especially this character, relies not on dodging, but on just tanking the crap out of all the damage. So, not terribly concerned about getting too fast. The faster I go, the faster this run will go. That is basically the gist of it. The good thing of changing weapons, the one benefit it has, is you do some extra damage. On the first swing, it's barely worth using. So, not something that I'm going to prioritize. So we're going to just carry the chakram. It's like the best correct control so far until we get faster swing speed, which just means we need to get a better cooldown reduction. I guess we'll just go through. We didn't find the shop though. I really want to find the shop, and a golden key. I would rather get the a book. Cooldown reduction. We'll go for that. We want the cooldown reduction all the time, even though the other two items were really good. What we want, the cooldown reduction, more damage, more magical resistance. That's what we're looking for. And in fact, I'm going to put some points in there. And I'm going to just increase the default attack. And let's see, we get +5 bonus defense, not interested, 5 max health is not that great. So I guess I'll go for the bonus defense, which helps. Alrighty, so now we're just going to go through the levels and then destroy everything that shows up. And hopefully continue on and on and on until we get sick of playing this game. That has happened to me once. Like I was in a loop. In fact, it's the one that I featured in the extra video that very few people watched, because you know it requires you to click onto something that's unlisted. But you know, it was just, if you're interested, I put it there just for if you are interested to see the late game. I wanted to show that, so but not bog down the main video with it. But anyway, you did see it, and he becomes a crazy ball of death. And I looped like 6 times, got to level 100, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna die. This is too much. This is too much. I can't do it. Anyway, we're going to just hammer this guy in the face. Already can see the stun effect, taking quite good care of this fool. I'm going to use my dash ability to gain the defense, even though this guy is all poison damage, like magical damage, so it's really not that helpful to get the extra defense. But you know, it helps. It's there for me to gain advantage of. It will be awesome to have the golden key that we found. 3% critical damage, that's fantastic. The 4-leaf clover could make this run like all by itself. That enables items to drop from regular fools. 10% bleed chance, 2 crit chance. That should be like a percentage point, right? And a hammer, alright. That's good. I have full health potions that I have yet had to use. Because this character, another reason why it's kind of broken is like the health pool is a little too high. It's like, I'm happy that we got this guy because he is representative of why this game's balance not particularly it's not terribly even on the power level of all characters, and that's fine. Like, it's fine to have more powerful and less powerful characters. Not really a criticism, but this guy might be a little too much on the higher side. Of course, you know, also depends on getting nominally lucky with the drops, but with this guy you don't need to get that much lucky. We get some powerful attraction right there. Amplifying Tone plus 2% damage on spells, 100% cooldown on damage dealing spells. This is worthless to me. This guy has no spells, so I'm going to just pick it up because I like to be cursed. I am a cursed combatant. I will carry this cursed up on my shoulders and just carry on with my life. My horrible, horrible cursed life! With a tiny, tiny penis. That is the curse that he has. It's a hidden effect. It just makes your penis really, really small. But the more cursed items that you get, the tinier your manhood becomes. You get another one of these. That's neat. These guys, not even worth killing. They are damage sponges. Just ignore them. Just leave them right there. Anyway, we're going to continue on. I have the chakram now. Yeah, that's what I wanted to use. Just killing a bunch of fools just to get the experience. As you can see, man, it's just barely any damage that they're dealing. We are done here. Moving on. Another thing that I will tell you, like, this game, while it's out of early access, it is, I wouldn't say missing features, but there's clearly room. Like, the developers have left a bunch of room for them to add stuff to it. One example is this particular secret level. The boss does nothing, and it gives you nothing. It's like, clearly, you know, a little bit of a work in progress there. Another thing that, you know, items, there's quite a big variety, but about 3-4 loops, you're going to have basically all of the items in the game with a few exceptions. What else? Things that I've noticed, the boss variety is very, very lacking. The end boss of each level is always the same. There is a grand total of, I believe, 7 different bosses in the game, which, for a roguelike, you know, you kind of want more variety than that. I'm not saying you need a ton of bosses, but it definitely helps for the longevity and the variety of a run. It really, really does help to have many, many different bosses. That is why, one of the main reasons why, right, the Binding of Isaac is so damn good. No matter how long you play it, you're going to have a great time, because there's just so much variety to it. There is a very, very small chance that after playing it for 10 hours, you probably, if you play the Binding of Isaac for 10 hours, you probably might have seen like 20% of all the items in the game. As opposed to Dungeon Souls, which I have already seen it all, I would say, with maybe 1 or 2 exceptions. And I am at 12 hours played. So, you know, not saying it's a bad game. Definitely, I would still say, you know, this game is worth the $10 because it has given me 10 hours of damn good entertainment. I don't resent it. I don't think that, like, think about going to the movies. You get a 2-hour experience for however much movies charge in your place. Oh shit, the Redeemer is here. Here in Alaska, it's insanely expensive. You had to pay $10 to go see a movie. So it's like, you know, value proposition. I've enjoyed this game way more than a freaking movie. So, you know, something to put things into perspective out there. Right now, golden key. Right now, the bosses are starting to do quite a lot of damage. It's all magical damage, so we need to up our resistances quite a bit. I have some points to spend. So yeah, I feel like right now we're starting to see a little bit more of the difficulty taking part. We get also a champion version of this boss. I don't know exactly what it does to have it be red, but possibly just increased damage, increased health pool. The increased difficulty, the 3rd level difficulty, it means that enemies get, I think, double damage and double the health, but you also get double the experience. So it's not like it's these figures are not exact, but, you know, close to that. I am telling you the gist of it. I'm going to use the chakram here because while it doesn't stun the enemies, it sure is better for damage when they're close to the wall, because how often you shoot that chakram will depend on how close to the wall you are and how fast you bounce back with your possession. So it's pretty nice to have that option to switch around. If it bounces against the wall, it'll totally do more damage that way. Alright, back to the hammer. So we get the Spirit of the Dragon has a 50% chance to shoot a fireball. This volume is a little too high. There you go. Give me some more health potions, please. Plus 1 bonus coin. That is kind of worthless. No silver keys, so moving on through this level. And it's very easy to forget to get some resistances. And as you start a new run, you kind of forget how you got completely owned in the boss fight, and you get a little too overconfident. Oh, nice! That was an item that gives you a lot more magical resistance. That's going to come very, very handy against. I would say the first and most egregious gate to progression is Judgment. It is the boss that we killed right before ending the video in the previous episode. So, because that's a ton of magical damage, and that has the ability to give a ton of burst damage to your person. Oh shit, we already activated every single thing. I'm going to take some damage. I'm going to take the opportunity to buy this Molotov cocktail, because I love me some burning enemies. That Redeemer attack did a ton of damage to this fool, so I am happy that I'm still alive. It's all, I believe, magical damage. It's quite upsetting. Anyway, back to the chakram, because the chakram is what does damage to these big groups of people. We need to have much, much faster swing speed if we ever plan to actually get anything done against big groups of people with the giant hammer. But it will happen though. Like, if you get that swing speed, you're going to have a great time destroying these fools. It's just going to make your enemies explode super fast. Anyway, continue upgrading our main attack. That is what we're going to keep doing until the end of the world. Murder all these fools, please. Let's see. I would like to have this 3 HP every 5 seconds. It's kind of garbage. The other two are worse. So we're going to just get this leaf. There you go. Oh boy, there's a lot of talking here. It's kind of weird to have so many things to say. Let me take a breather as I pummel all of these people's faces into the ground. I just grabbed another item that gives me the chance to parry attacks. Another hugely defensive item that you really definitely want to seek out. Getting a few more kills, more movement speed. I will favor such things. And through the exit we go. Here we have another boss. Give me more magical resistance. I'm doing okay with damage. I mean, it's kind of low, but yeah, okay. Whatever, man. You're going to get owned right now. Damage is kind of low, but I would rather have it this way and be more resistant to all of these magical attacks. Need to start paying attention to how much damage I'm taking. And see all of these flashes on the screen. If you're epileptic, probably is a kind of a problem. So, the game... Oh, wow, that's a lot of damage. The game should definitely have an epileptic warning at the beginning of the... Potion of penetration. At the start of the game. Because there's so much shit flashing on screen. A lot of neon colors, like very, very fast flashing. Probably something you want to let your player base know about. Going to consume these 2 potions, get this penetration potion, and we're going to keep it until the next boss, I think. Nah, I'm going to just use it now. We'll get some extra crit damage here. And hopefully we can get some stuns on this fool. See, it makes the fight that much easier. He just stands still doing nothing. You get that swing speed, man. I'm just, that's my pipe dream right now. Get enough swing speed to be all powerful, all knowing. Oh yeah, you're getting completely boned by the super axe of darkness. Don't appreciate though. I really should be using my dash though, because the defense is very, very helpful. Okay, getting tons of damage done to my person. Consuming some health potions. There you go. I think that's broken in the game right now. It's a bug. The soul orbs. I have collected every one of them for every character, but for the 3 default characters, it will not work. It will not, quote-unquote, revive your character, which is like the lore objective of the game. To get through the dungeon, get the soul orb, and get your life back. The default characters just cannot do it. You will pick up the orb and get to the end, but it just will not matter. Barbarian's book plus 5 damage, that is a no-brainer to me. Even though a golden key was very much something that we could have considered. This is another, by the way, these guys are perhaps the thing that will kill you in the highest difficulty level most of the time. It is a ton of damage in a very short amount of time. They shoot a ton of magical stuff. So you want to be terribly careful how you approach these rooms full of horrible beholders. So, you know, something to have in mind if you ever feel like playing this freaking game. Alright, moving on. With this chakram getting a bunch of damage down. Getting those fantastic dashes forward. Yeah, we gotta get out of here or we will die. So, just pay attention to everything that's happening. Thankfully, our resistance, but you saw the amount of damage that these guys deal, right? Like 130 per hit or something stupid like that. So you definitely want to make sure you do not get caught in the middle of such a horrible barrage of damage. Let's activate another one of these. And man, these guys all the time. It's like one hit is 50 points of damage. So, yeah, the 100 and something is my damage. Let's see how the health just drops like crazy against these fools. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, continue consuming these health potions. And I guess, you know, it's just like in the dungeon, the very first levels are quite easy, like super easy. Not so much when you start. When you start, everything is... before, you know, bear in mind, that all the things that I'm saying is when you are advanced in the game. When the game starts, you are starting the gaming experience. The challenge is very much a constant. It remains pretty even throughout the game, but the moment that you maxed out those passives, that's when the game starts being a little too lopsided. That you are nearly invincible until you get... nearly invincible until you get to the late game, like the last levels of the game. And then you can die to burst damage really easily. So, you know, a little bit of an imbalance there, but not not quite something that is going to affect your gameplay for at least 8 hours or so, until it gets to a point where you have leveled up most of everything, maxed out a lot of stuff. More resistance, please. We kind of need it. The damage is pretty low, but I would rather just stay alive. That's something that I guess I have learned through trial and error. Like, yeah, you can increase the damage, and the philosophy is still right. Like, the more damage you do, the less your enemies will last. But that doesn't mean much against the bosses that can completely obliterate you with burst. So you do need to spend some points. In my experience, I'm not saying I'm an expert, I would definitely say this is a fact. Ooh, golden chest that contains kind of garbage. Okay, more accuracy. That potion I took, what's this? Spike key. Ooh, that's nice. Plus 2 keys of each kind. That potion I took, it gives you the chance of increasing your damage by 2 or reducing your damage plus by 1 in a permanent manner. So I always go and take it, because on average you're going to get a buff. But you know, sometimes you get unlucky. In any case, you know, it's not like a huge difference. It's plus 1 to damage when I have a freaking 53. Plus 1 or plus 2 or minus 2. Minus 1 or whatever. Is not going to be a huge factor. I'm going to grab this potion of rage because double damage is damn useful. Dash in here. Man, these seals, they're all containing these disgusting beholder-like creatures. I very much resent that. Please don't murder me. I will appreciate not being murdered. I'm still murdering them. I'm still taking the time to kill them all. Because the experience is still damn useful. I kind of need all the points. These guys are very upsetting. I am very, very close to dying here. So we're going to kill a few more. See, this guy's super tanky. Oh, here's a book that gives you, I think, movement speed, which is great, I suppose. Here's the guy that can just burst you down a lot. I don't know why that chest is flying. I'm going to just let the talk expire. Alright, let's get this done. Hopefully, we can get a lot of stunts in. Getting those items. Did not even pay attention what they are. Just grabbing items. I will show you when we're done fighting this disgusting demon. And we're going to use the dash as soon as it's out of cooldown. We're going to just continue attacking until this thing is dead. And look at how slow this goes. It's kind of crazy. And this is the place where you probably want to switch to the chakram. I don't think the stun is worth it at this point. The chakram does quite a lot more damage, sustained damage. Especially if you bounce it against the wall. Get me some more health potion, please. Let's we'll open these. The beer, what it does is gives you a chance to slow down the enemy, which is like, blah. I totally shrug at that. I'm taking a ton of damage here. Holy crap. Please. This is where the swing speed, not the swing speed, but my walk speed becomes kind of a detriment, doesn't it? It just moving a little too uncontrollably. What I should be doing is just going with a hammer wedge. While slower, it also not just stun locks, but you know, parries all the freaking missiles. The damage is way lower, but definitely far faster. And you know what? This is a very, very grindy time. My damage is not nearly as high as I hoped it would be. At this point, we did not get Merlin's hat, which means, but see how, you know, one swing gets rid of all of the bullets? That is why the destroyer, between the stun chance and being able to parry all those projectiles, is kind of a broken character when it becomes the incredible super swinging machine. Alright. We'll use the dash to get back in there. And yeah, this is going to take a while. So I think I'm just going to shut up and cut past all the horrible grinding. I think that makes a lot of sense. Because while I'm going to get this done, I don't think it's very good content, honestly, even if I talk all the way through it. So I'll see you on the other side. Hey, phase 2 only took like 5-10 more minutes. This is even harder now and has about the same amount of health. So this is going to take quite some time. I leveled up in the middle Might as well get some more damage, please. Holy crap. It's taking forever. I've been switching back and forth between Chakram and the hammer whenever I needed to parry all the attacks. And now I can use the Potion of Rage and get some more damage done. Do the double damage now that it really matters. We're going to just keep bouncing around everywhere. Trying to survive this horrible ordeal, because this is kind of where the fighting gets a little bit interesting, thanks to, you know, me having no potions left. Oh wow, that's a ton of damage, incoming damage. I might not even survive this. Please let me use these health potions. I'm basically just running all over the place, trying to find the health potions spawning on the floor. And now, like the first phase was like really boring. Now though, this is insanely hectic and a lot of spawns all over the place. And me having a real hard time. I feel like it's a damn decent situation here, because yeah, I am kind of scrambling to not be utterly destroyed. If I stand still, I'm going to get murdered. If I I feel like I really should go for this guy, try to kill him. He's so high still, though. He's almost as high as I was this weekend. So hopefully, we can murder him. Like, get him out of the way. Even though it takes quite some time. And get a better boss, because this guy spawns ads all the time. Though it's not that bad to get the ads, because you get the extra experience. And that might make the difference between... Actually, I don't think you do get experience. Now, you don't get experience from the ads, so never mind. I never actually paid attention to how much you get out of that, but I think that killing the second boss does get you experience indeed. But at the very least, I would appreciate getting more health spawns. That would be amazing. That would be great. That would actually be, well, let me survive here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Right, just continue going on in circles. And at the very least, killing the little demons, it might be the thing that is spawning health potions. So hopefully... Oh yeah, and we do get the option. Like, we still get the 4% chance of getting an item out of them. So maybe it's not so bad to get this guy. Because while it makes the fight exceedingly challenging, also means that I might get some items out of it. Oh my goodness, there's not a lot of potions spawning. Like I said in the one-off showcase, I was getting pretty lucky with the health spawns, the health potions dropping. This time not so much. I mean, a bunch of them have dropped, but I am very much scrambling to get enough to survive. So very much looking for them, trying to find them behind the wall and stuff. At least the main super enemy is halfway there. Got 2 more potions out of that. Just paying very close attention to a health pool. Another reason why this character is so damn good is the health pool is damn huge. Like, I've been forgetting to dash, by the way. The health pool of this guy is super big. It gets to the 3,000s pretty damn quickly. Continue dashing, getting my defense up, even though, you know, physical damage is pretty unimportant in this fight. Adding the defense to the physical damage, that is. It still counts. There is some physical swings happening still, especially from the ads. So, hopefully, we can survive this. Wow! Ooh, look at that. A golden key. More health potions. Yeah! Please, RNGesus, I pray to you so that we may survive this terrible ordeal. Surviving this is the first stage of actually making it to the end. Not quite what will make your run, though. Because after this, there is this place where you get a ton of items. Like a crazy amount of items. A little too many items. And in fact, I would say that's another place where it's also kind of like a placeholder that will be coming up to it if I survive this whole fight. So if I die, I'll just tell you about it, though I'll probably have forgotten about it by then, so I should maybe let you know about it right now, which is, it's just this place, this big round place where we actually ended the run in the previous video about this game. You basically activate the seals to open the way to the next level, and every single enemy is just this boss, the very same boss over and over and over and over. And that totally feels like placeholder, like they want to put something way more interesting in that, but they were like, oh, I'm just going to do this for now, just to hold over the player base. You know what I'm saying, brothers? So definitely looks like this is a game that I will not play for very much longer, but I will absolutely come back and see what's new in a bunch of months, you know, because it definitely looks like it will have a lot more stuff. Like, I bet they'll add a lot of different items, brand new items. I bet they'll put brand new bosses in the game. I guarantee you at the very least they're going to work on those secret areas to make them more interesting. They will probably put more bosses in the game. Did I just mention that? Probably did. Alright, this guy's dead. Now we just need to kill this stupid helper. Well, fasting blood, I don't really want that. He's kind of garbage. We'll take this though. I'll just grab it. Who cares, man? It's not a big deal. I mean, then sometimes you stand on blood and the character is uncontrollable. Well, whatever. We're doing okay here. We just need to kill this fool. This guy is kind of upsetting. We just need to murder him. Kind of silly though that he remains. Really should be like kill the main guy and this should be gone. Definitely not that way. Please, I beg you, stop being an issue. Stop pissing me off right now. I'm going to hammer you in the face if you don't get the hell away from me. I wish there was a health tool visible. Anyway, continue improving this hammer, because you see the hammer now, 35% chance. Just keep putting those levels in there. Will make that stun lock a reality. And in here, I think my defense was okay. We're just going to pump that damage because holy crap, do I need it. There's a potion oh yeah, this is great. It allows you to hold more potions. Very, very handy. Alright, through the level we go, and these are loot piñatas right now. We have the way to... yeah, 10% off of all items. Damn, that is one useful buff. Holy shit, I am so happy to have that. Anyway, these guys... they'll give you so much loot. It's just stupid, the amount of loot that these guys drop. And we're going to get about 8 of them, so maybe 6. And then you kill them all, and then you get a stronger version of them. This part right here, it just seems like it's just not finished, I'll be honest with you. Give me those keys, this is extra money that I do not need. Health potions, resist knockback from your attacks, 5% movement speed, hell yeah, why the hell not. Potion of retrieve, not interested. Potion of rage though, I will totally pick it up. Alright, continue on, dash forward, get some more loot out of these fools. Get some more damage on these idiots. This is basically the first level boss fight. So if you beat in the first level, you have every chance of beating these guys. In this instance where you have so many more items. That being said though, our damage is super low at this point. This is very good, 30% attack, critical chance. More keys. Never have enough keys. Actually, yeah, you can get to a point where you have more keys than you will ever need, or rather, you get way more keys that you are finding chests, but eventually you'll even out. For the most part, chests are far more frequent than keys are. A cursed chest, cursed chest. Some cursed items are complete garbage. They're like basically just shit on a stick. But some cursed chests, some cursed items are really good. I very much enjoy having them. So I always have the illusion, the enthusiasm whenever I find a cursed chest. I'm always excited about it. We don't have this. 15% critical chance, 10% to shock enemies. By the way, there's an inventory. I never showed it to you. This way you can look at all the items that you have picked up. Totally been forgetting to actually look at it. This is a potion of penetration. Well, I guess we'll be back and figure out which potion we want. But for the most part, we want the double damage one. I think it's better. Not by much. They're almost equivalent. The potion of penetration gives you 50% more critical chance. But right now, we have a damn good critical chance already. So it's not like we absolutely need it. While the double damage is always going to be extremely useful. Alrighty, that was easy as hail. Open up this thing, more movement speed, don't mind if I do. Keep opening these chests, and this is the last one. The last sigil we have to open, the Redeemers on our heels. So we better make haste. And it's not a problem with this guy, but boy, is it a problem with the next set of dudes that show up. Okay, let's grab all of these. I don't want to go for the teleport just yet. I'm not going to take the potion of risk. Movement speed, more defense. Yeah, let's go for that forgotten piece of garbage. Alright, so here's where it becomes harder. These guys are bullet sponges, but not just that. The defense is much higher. But not just that. They actually do decent damage. But not just that. The last one that we have to kill will be a pain in the ass, because the Redeemer will absolutely show up before we can kill it. So we have to fight the dude with the Redeemers coming after our heels. So quite the problem indeed. And basically, you can already tell, right, like the late game, like getting to the end of the game, you're going to spend half your run in this situation. Man, that's a lot of parries. You're going to spend half your run killing these guys. It's kind of silly how much health these people have. It's kind of dumb. That's why it feels like they are very much placeholders. Oops, I took my potion of rage by mistake. I didn't need to do that. But at least, you know, we'll get the double damage here. So this will go that much faster. If I really wanted to, I could just swing my hammer at him and get some extra damage that way. And at this point, since my swing speed is so low, I probably want to switch weapons all the time, because this does add some extra damage to my first swing. Alright, this is good stuff. 50% plus experience. More health potions, why not grab them? Keep on going. Golden chest, please give me something amazing. 50% to attack for attacks to explode, give you more damage. Falling to low health makes you attack faster. More better explosions. If something gives me more explosions, man, it's going to be on my list of top items to have. The more explosions you have in your life, the better. It's something that Broforce has taught me, and I'm going to take it to heart. So we're going to just switch constantly from weapon to weapon, because the first attack after switching is very much buffed. I think that that gives you more damage than just swinging the chakram does. And boy, am I ready to get this underway. Only halfway through, so you can see how the Redeemer is going to own my asshole when it shows up. Hopefully we'll pick up an item that will change this incredibly. But the problem, you can probably tell that, you know, the problem is not surviving. The problem is just standing here long enough to kill the monster, right? So that is why definitely this game needs a bit of polish. Like I've said before, still would recommend it, but with some caveats. I want you to be aware that, you know, there's bullet sponges in the game. There is a lot of grindy bosses. There is a dearth of things to do with your character. Ooh, this is very good. Later on. What is that? Oh, it was the buckler that we have maxed out already, so it turned into items. So yeah, there's some definite real flaws. Like, real, oh, this is not a design choice, this is actually something that should be improved flaws, you know? So, definitely something to have in mind if you want to spend money on it. Still though, very fun experience for at least 10 hours in my personal experience. But once it gets to this point, it's like, yeesh, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about this particular situation I'm in with the constant swinging and the infinite gold. By the way, the gold is worth picking up until you get your passives all sorted out and all the forged items that you could possibly want forged. After that point, there is no need for money other than affording the stuff inside the game, which is extremely affordable. Like, you'll never have trouble buying the items from the shop. So as long as you pick a nominal amount of money, you're going to be just fine. And this guy looks just so damn impressive with all these flashy attacks, but he's doing absolutely nothing to me. I have had to do absolutely nothing to keep myself alive, other than just swing my sword or super axe and super chakram at his face. But I'm always excited for them to fall, because they are loot piñatas, and I will totally be excited to see what he gets. Molotov, 10% accuracy, 10% murder chance. Alright, I'm cool with that. And this new Unicorn Horn, 2% chance to hit for 99.99 damage. That is very good, especially when you get the insane swing speed that we're still hoping for. Once you get better swing speed, you're going to have a much better chance, a much better time killing things, because you know, your damage will actually be significant. But already it is very nice to have that 99999 damage chance, and in fact makes me want to not want to switch weapons all the time, because the increased swing speed from the chakram means that I get an increased chance of getting those almost 1000 damage hits in, and that is extremely helpful for the longevity of this man and how much I want him to die. Not a single one has been a 1000 points of damage hit, but I'm hopeful. Keeping close watch of those. A 2% chance means that 2 out of every 100 hits will be 1000 damage. So kind of upsetting. That has not happened yet, because boy, have I hit this guy 100 million times over. Give me an item. Something amazing. This is great, because now our health potions are a 4 stack. Already have one of these. Give me that more stuff. Yeah. So definitely not running out of health potion anytime soon, but we will. In the final boss, we will totally will. We might run out of health potions here, right against this, because yeah, this guy is trivial. The Redeemer not so much. The Redeemer is going to end my asshole. So I would rather not die to the appearance of the Redeemer. I'm very much hoping to get some good 1000 points of damage hits. The Redeemer has arrived. This means that we're probably going to have to run in circles soon, because the health drops like crazy. It just, you know, it's unsustainable. You cannot stand still. So you have to just travel backwards. This is going to take a while. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. I do wish we could do something about this, other than just not fail to have enough damage. But that is what I have failed to have, enough damage. So now we just have to very, very methodically swing enough times to hit this guy to death. And I guess we could stand still a little bit, like maybe reverse course and go above this guy, but you see how the health drops so much. It might be worth it for the extra swings on this dude. This is one gripe that I saw in the Steam forums. I was looking for a few, like solving a few mysteries. Like, how is this character any good? I don't think that anybody can answer that question. The Necromancer in this game, he's like the worst. He is so awful. He's the worst character, bar none. And I was trying to look, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I just need a different build or something to upgrade here, but no, the Necromancer is just so awful. It's just a terrible character. Really needs to be, I would say not buffed, but redesigned. Because the skeletons, they hardly do anything. The main attack is just boring as all fuck. So, you know, some room for improvement there. That is, I would say, the only character that is just broken in the bad sense. And definitely I would call this character that I'm using broken in the good sense. In the sense that if you get all the items that you need, you're actually going to probably... More damage, please. Yeah, there you go. Redeemer, you're kind of a pain in the ass. I will right now have to deal with you ever again. Let's see if we can get some items, though. I ain't going to leave without getting all this stuff. Hey, that was a very good item, by the way. Alright, let's pass through here. I want to grab that, but instead we went through there. We're going to get this zombie tooth. And here's the last boss of the game. We're going to just swing the hammer 100%. Just try to stun lock the boss, which is Selene. That's how it was pronounced. Oh no. Why? They pronounce it like this in the game? Selene instead of Celine? But whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat. I'll grab that. And she's just like the mistress of the dungeon. Doesn't really have much of a story, honestly. I was trying, like, there's one place that you get a little bit of lore in this game, and that is in Merlin's hidden library. When you murder his daughter, which was shapeshifted in the form of an owl. Remember that owl that we encountered? And I was like, I don't know what the deal with this owl is. You can actually select to murder it in a very specific manner. And the whole game basically takes note of it. They start calling you a demon and a murderer. And Merlin gets real pissed off. Then later on you just fight his ghost, It's kind of heartbreaking, but you know, I'm cool with it. And that is the only time in the game that I've noticed that you get a little bit of lore about the whole reason why this exists. Is Merlin just goes into the dungeon looking for some way to depolymorph his poor daughter that was made into an owl, and talks to the dungeon mistress, and in exchange of his services she will help him out and all that stuff. It never really tells you who the hell this person is. It's just Selene. It's just the mistress of the dungeon. That's all you got. And there's a lot of the dungeon itself is evil, and it attracts the power of the heroes, and the heroes that die in here get trapped forever. But sometimes their lives get back, and they fight to flee once more, such as what we're doing right now. And sometimes you get to murder the last boss of the game. There's something curious as well. There's no music in this fight, and I don't know whether it's by design or by bug, but it does make it somewhat kind of eerie, also somewhat kind of lame. So I am of two minds of that. Quite clearly, I don't seem to be getting a lot of damage done to me, but that is because Selene has been stun locked for the most part here. You just continue hammering her face, and I am not suffering a lot of damage. By the way, oh, that was a 999 hit. That was fantastic. There's only the first stage. The second phase is where the really dangerous stuff happens. So I am anticipating having a hard time then, because it gets kind of hectic, especially with a ranged weapon user. You have to dodge so much, a lot. You have to dodge a lot. You get a lot of damage done to you. It's hard to even land the shots, because it's hard to tell where the boss is, because it's just this girl. It's very difficult to actually see her. So yeah, there's some mechanical problems as opposed to boss mechanics. I guess I'm going to just go to the chakram. I don't seem to be being hurt a lot by Selene. So this is more damage when the shot actually hits. I'll appreciate it. Here's the second phase. Actually gets you kind of murdered if you are not careful. So we're going to go back to the hammer now and get some stunts on this biatch. And hopefully we can make this happen. The no damage thing is just a shield that she puts up at random. You don't want to eat those purple hits. Please don't eat them all. I just ate every single one of those. And that's one of the main reasons you would die in this fight. I need to be sure to be able to dodge out of that. Just have my dash ready. I want to get there. I want to. It's kind of difficult. See, now is when I'm starting to suffer a bunch of damage. But if I manage to go to the middle, there you go, much better. Get some stun lock in there. Please stop. Please stop with the spiraling freaking bullets of death. All right. So yeah, this is the final boss. I wouldn't say this instance is very representative of how this fight is going to go. For the most part, you're going to be suffering way more damage, but also dealing a lot more damage. And in this run, we did not get much damage at all. Like, the damage we're dealing is pretty much on the low end. Hopefully, once we get Merlin's hat on the loop, I'm already counting on surviving that much. We will be able to... Oh shit, that's right. Oh, I need to dodge out of this. Totally forgot. Not dodge out of that. That was terrible. But thankfully, though, I feel like I have had enough protection on myself. I put enough points in magical resistance that I'm actually able to survive this. Of course, thanks to the Destroyer having a giant health pool, I'm also able to withstand a lot of hits without dying. Like, if this was the Thief, if this was the Mage, I would be singing a different tune altogether. This would be a very bad time. I probably would be dead by now from all the hits that I've taken. But since I have 2,000 health right now... Where's the enemy? There you are. Since I have 2,000 health right now, and the stun logs are a thing, like, it's kind of, unreliable, but it is happening. We are stunning the boss now and then. Definitely not on the high difficulty level, but very much on the high grindy level. Kind of upsetting. I was really hoping to get a much more powerful run earlier, but now that we're going to start the loop, I think that is a foregone conclusion that we're actually going to win here. Let me just switch to this so I can do a little bit of damage while we are outside of that horrible, horrible thing. There you go. Some more damage here. Now that we're going to start the loop, it is very, very likely we're actually going to become an unstoppable force. And there will be no freaking unmovable object to stop us. Like I said, this is going to be a mega episode. It's going to be broken in a few parts. I was like, I mentalized myself. I'm going to spend like maybe 2 hours playing this game. So very clear that schedule, you know. So. What's that saying here? That it's going to probably be like a 4-episode saga, this run, until I get completely sick of this and just kill myself. Hey, the rogue soul has been freed. Not really, it's bugged. And we get a potion of risk for our troubles. That is garbage. Thank you so much. You get nothing out of the last boss, by the way. It's like, what the hell? At least give me an awesome item. You get nothing. Anyway, I'm going to break the recording right here. It's almost exactly 1 hour. I think I want to save the files, so at least we got this far, and I will continue on the other side. So I'll see you then. Hello, ladies and some persistence layers. We return to our Megasode of the incredible saga of the Destroyer. Ooh, a cursed item. This is garbage. Never pick it up. Never pick up that shit. More damage, please. Holy crap! Please give me more damage. Forever. Alright, so now this is loop 1. Don't really know if I should expect to be challenged or not, so I guess we are going to discover how badly I'm going to be hurt. You know, whether the enemies are going to do a ton of damage to me or it's going to be trivial. For now, it seems like it's on the trivial side. Ooh, goat horns allow you to destroy those stupid boulders. Alright, so for now it seems like the enemies don't do a ton of damage and I am just destroying them all. So that is a great sign of good things to come. Hopefully we can make this go extremely fast now and just go through the levels like crazy. Yeah, definitely looking like doing some significant damage here. And I do enjoy how fast I can travel now. And these guys are just total pushovers, man. I'm just destroying the shit out of them. I never found the shop. I would like to find that before leaving. There's no shop here. It's just fools. I believe it's this way. We have seen that we can withstand the Redeemer quite a lot. Magical damage, I suppose. I suppose. Alright, get through the exit, please. Redeemer will not redeem my soul just yet. This is very nice. It allows me to buy more than one item in the shop. Oh, so it's basically one free item per level, that envelope right there. So very, very good stuff. Quite certainly, it looks like I can just walk places and watch my enemies melt. It seems like this is what is happening right now, right? Like, there is no question about this. I can just go to my enemies and watch them explode with zero danger to my person. And that is, you know, you get into this weird trance playing this game when you get to that point of being a wrecking ball of death, where... Ooh, wow, really? Merlin's hat for sale? After all that work, you're going to make me just buy it? Feels wrong. That feels wrong, but of course I'm going to buy it. Give me that stuff. Yeah. I guess I'll get also the beer because I'm freaking thirsty. More upgrades to my hammer. And more damage. Damage forever. To hammer these people. 400 damage per swing. That is pretty damn good. Alrighty, fools. Get wrecked. Is there even reason to stick around there? Not really. Still, though, you know, the enemies are not dying to one swing. Yeah, I want to escape. I could have gone through the secret, quote-unquote, library area. But I didn't. Because I got Merlin's hat. It's no big deal anymore. So now, see how much faster the axe swings? This means being way more capable of stun locking the enemy. Still not nearly at the point where it's like insane, but we're getting there. Give me more items, please. Fire sword recipe. I didn't even realize that I had recipes missing. Alright. Beating brain. Red scars. 50% chance to resist the slow effect. Shrug. Might as well grab this potion of risk. I keep getting the bad outcome out of that, but I guarantee you it evens out to be beneficial. And now Merlin's head just thrown in my face. Battery. Electricity on your body. Let's do the damage, magic damage. I'm cool with that. Just murder everything with my super hammer. That was pretty good. Deal 2 damage to nearby enemies. That's alright. Alright, it seems like the chakram's still the way to go for damage dealing to large crowds of enemies. But already we're seeing the big fat melting piles that result from me walking into a room. So I'm cool with that. Let's see just for how long we can keep this going. I don't know exactly what item allows me to swing every freaking fraction of a second, but boy am I excited to find it. 9 HP every 3 seconds, alright. As you can already see, like you can totally see it already. Kind of running out of variety of items. We kind of have picked them up. Every single one of them. There's only rare items. Please, I want that. Thank you. There are very, very few items that are like more rare that we have not picked up. But it's nothing like Risk of Rain where you can go through a bunch of loops and still not find all the items that there are in the game. So, you know, kind of shitty. Let's get some more damage, or maybe just more magical resistance. I think we still need some of that, especially later on, where the other bosses will still probably own our asses. We don't want that. We don't want our asses to belong to anybody but ourselves. Another shop here. We're going to grab... No, the blade is garbage. I definitely want that. That blade. 2% lifesteal, 3 bonus damage. That is very good. I'm going to consume all my health potions, so that way I can carry these potions of rage. I would like to find the last seal, so that I may leave this accursed place. Brain over there. I will munch on it. Another seal over here. Lots of enemies in there. I'm going to just charge in. Yeah, I'm surrounded by enemies. My health pool is not dropping much at all, so I think it's safe to assume that I'm going to be surviving most encounters. Nothing else to be gained by there. Anything here? Nope. Moving on. Get through that teleporter. Yeah, you are a big guy. You want to play with a penis. I will let you, maybe. So I'm going to stun lock you, and this is how bosses become trivial with this character, and why I said this character is kind of broken. The boss is doing nothing. And I don't even have a max level super hammer attack. I don't even have a very fast swing speed at all. It's like once a second or so. It can get much higher than that. So, yeah. You can see this, man. You can see this. Murder! Hey, that is good stuff. It will protect me and also deal damage. There was 2 stun chance and enemies walk faster. Whatever. Plus 10 to a stun chance. That is so OP. And then more more movement speed. I don't want to go through the portal. I want to open the chest. There. We already saw this and it's completely worthless to me. But it does get converted to materials, so might as well grab it. Not that I need materials for anything, but you know, just grabbing stuff. Whatever, man, whatever. Let's kill all these fools. The experience count is getting kind of dumb. You can see how much higher it gets. Murder all these fools as well. I think this already still stacks. Yeah, this is good. And this? No, it doesn't. It doesn't, so moving on. And it was this guy's run that I got like 3 million coins. And it might not even seem feasible at this point. Like, I'm still at 30,000. Like, man, how do you get so much money? When you loop freaking 6 times, the money gets kind of crazy. I don't mean to do that. Really, just 1 seal? I'm cool with that. Alright, more levels, more fun, yay! Oh, I don't have silver keys. Like I said before, you do run out of keys eventually. Thing is, the funny part, though, the weird part is, you don't even need to kill the enemies that spawn from the seals. That kind of always weirds me out. It's like, it doesn't even matter. You can just leave them there. You can just leave all the enemies right here. Epileptic warning. Here we can go to the tree. Might as well go for the tree. Let's go find the shop first. We might get some good items out of it. We got a slingshot. That is good stuff. Let's get out of here. Over here to the tree. Did I ever show you this? I don't think I did in the previous episode. That's neat. This is one of the secret levels that feel pretty unfinished. Like the levels themselves, not really. The boss though is like complete moronic stuff. It's just this giant bee that does nothing. It weirds me out. Why would that even exist? Why even put it there as a placeholder? Might as well just not even make the freaking levels. I don't know, man. Might as well put something that we already seen before. Put the same boss or something. Anyway, this is happening. There's so much death and destruction happening on the screen. Just so many coins flying towards my face. There's just picking up them items. Did we visit the shop? Might as well go and try to find it. I think it's all the way up here, maybe? Nope. Whatever. Let's just go to the exit. Whee! Quite apparent, right? That the game goes so much faster the further you progress. Let me go ahead. More damage on my main attack. There you go. Not interested in any of these things, but I will open this chest and get basically nothing out of it. A potion of rage, that will come in handy later on. But because the final bosses, they're still challenging. Like, that is the place where you're going to find the challenge in the loops. The Judgment boss, the final boss, they're both kind of tough. And not just from a grindy perspective, but from a pure, they might deal enough damage to murder you. This is the boss. Like, what are you even doing? You spawn a few things. That's it. It just chases you around, does nothing. Anyway, I'm just going to hammer it to death. Stun you, bitch. Stun you forever. But it does take some damage here, so I definitely will put a bunch of points in more damage dealing. 999 attacks always please me. A golden chest over there. I mean, a golden key. Rabbit. Not a thing. This does stack. That is nice. Damage. Yeah. We get so many points because we are ascended or transcended. And the more you level up, the permanent level progression, the more you level that up, the more points you can put on your character per level and per loop and per actual level of your character. I'm right now level 24, and that allows me to put, I think, something stupid like 5 points per level up. Of course, you don't level up that often. Still leveling up pretty quickly though, because of the difficulty level increase also increases the amount of experience that you get. And I also have those items that give me more experience per hit. Like if you see all those plus 20, that's what's happening right there, getting the 20 more experience per hit. All these fools give me that leaf. And by the way, I've also basically confirmed, not online, but I have done my own testing on having a leaf-based item in your inventory will make you able to access that secret level that we just traversed. That's a neat thing to know. Holy crap, this is so much stuff happening. There's so much talking to. This takes some stamina, by the way. Like, actually talking through the entirety of this run. I did take a break between. I do need to take a break now and then. Where's the last cursed freaking sigil? Right there we go. Destroying all these monsters. La, 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 la. But I'm happy though that we are getting like this is what I intended. This is what I wanted to show. How run gets out of control, and you get to this situation. Where you're far more powerful than anything that the game can throw at you, with the exception of final bosses. That you still need to watch your. Wow, I don't have this. 20% chance to cast laser beam, 5 magic damage. Not very helpful. but I'm happy to have it. These people are of no consequence to me. This seal already, huh? We only have one. Alrighty, moving on. My defense is 100 still. I have points to spend, I didn't even realize it. Still, my defense is 100, which means that this dash still makes a difference. Like, it still gives you like 1/3 more defense. Definitely worth using. I've conquered everybody. Let me spend some more damage. Yeah. This guy again. It's always the same bosses. That is the one. I think that might be my main gripe with the game. Like, every level we have the same bosses. Perhaps another gripe I have. Loops are not different enough from one another. It just becomes just a matter of how far do I want to go before I get bored. There's a challenge in a few challenges in the experience, and that they happen at a few boss fights, and that's it. So that is something that maybe work on with the developers. What else? Other flaw that I can see in this game. The uncontrollability is mostly your fault. The game definitely needs more variety in items if you want to make the loops sustainable. Although, the loops is like a way to make the runs artificially longer. There's another orb, but it means nothing to me. For the barbarian, it just does not work. Give me that. Ooh, finally, an active item. Get 3 stat points and 2 skill points for 25% max HP. That is questionable. I'm going to use it once because we don't need all this experience right now. I mean, health. And I will absolutely get better weapon swings. And then a bunch of stat points that all goes into damage. No need to get this. I'm just going to go. Now just consume all my health potions and grab this. God damn it! One of these days, I'm going to have the +2 to all damage. Damn it! Do I feel adventurous enough to say I should spend another 25% health for 2 more levels in my hammer? I don't know, man. Is it a wise thing to do? I very much doubt it. Because while the stun chance will be quite the thing, 25% health is quite a lot. That being said, I hardly get anywhere to even half health so far. So I'm going to use it, I think. Just be a little adventurous. Pay the price for more power. Use! Yep, just more stun chance, more damage. There you go. Okay, make this happen more and more and more. And I don't want to ever use it again, because 2,000 health is damn good. It's fine, a fine amount of health to have. If I use any more than this, if I lose any more health than this, it's just going to become a disaster. I will actually die in a run that is basically unlosable at this point, with the exceptions that I continue mentioning in the boss fights. But see, my health is just really, really high right now. And you could argue, maybe you should use this item while you can. Just use it now, because the level ups will make the health loss in the long run much more noticeable. I think I'm going to just stop using it and hoping for better active items in the future, which have been extremely rare, by the way. Usually you get at least 1 or 2 per loop. So I am surprised that none of them has shown up until this point. Potion of Rage is fantastic. It's going to make my gate fight that much easier. I'd like to get a speed upgrade, please. Oh wow, that's right. These guys are the next thing that can actually kill you. You don't want to face them all in the same room, because you see all those shots that spawn, they are they don't interrupt each other or anything, so they can all hit you at the same time, and that's how you get burst down like a bitch. So you definitely want to have a care with this particular type of enemy. Alright, I'm now at the point where I am so fast I'm bouncing against the wall. That's kind of a problem. The shop will be nice, but... Alright, here's the gate. Hopefully More damage. Hopefully, we're going to do enough damage for this not to be nearly as tedious. But the thing is, with the permanent stun, it's not permanent, but kind of getting it. You know, you're going to see it. You're going to see how this guy is hardly going to do much. The damage is higher, that's for sure. It's higher than before. We're doing better progress than the previous Judgment fight. Still, though, very upsetting to see that this is going to take a massive amount of time. Far too much of a bullet sponge. Like, this is something that I mentioned, right? That, oh, I don't feel like the bullet sponges are too much of a problem. I've since changed my mind. It's too much health on this guy. Far too much health on this guy. It's very grindy experience. So, you know, while this happens, I'm just standing here swinging my axe. I'm going to cut past again, because this is all that's going to happen until the face changes, and then it might become interesting. So I'll see you on the other side. Hey, sometimes I even had to move. It was incredible. I actually leveled up. Damn! Alright, let's see. I would like to spend this level because it's kind of important. It's kind of important to get that point. There you go. Oh boy! +1 to my damage. So this phase actually has less damage dealing. It has about 30%, 30,000 less health, so it won't be as long. But as long as this stun lock is in place, Merlin over there, he's not going to be much of a problem. In fact, he might be one of the better guys to get here. If you get randomly a worse enemy, this is going to be a much worse time. But this particular guy is really of no consequence, I would say. This guy is a total pushover. The Ghost of Merlin, we murder his daughter. We're not terribly good people. So yeah, this is the Judgment 2 fight. It just takes far too long to kill this guy. It just takes way too long. And the attacks are interesting. You're like, I don't mind it. The actual mechanics. So all that this fight needs is maybe 50% less health, and I will be having way more fun with it. Anyway, let's change to the chakram. Get a little more damage happening here, and I actually will be damaged way more in this fight. Hopefully that will make it a little more interesting, because I would like to be thrown about a little bit, please. I would appreciate it if you throw me about. Just make me your bitch a little. So I can just move around on a little, just make this a little bit more interesting, and hopefully do more damage to the disgusting super head of nightmares here. Quite clearly, this is a very, very grindy fight. I hope that Merlin doesn't die before this disgusting monster does. We got a golden chest key, so might as well open it up. I've never seen this before. 10% damage, deals plus 10% damage times the number of corpses in the room? That is so good! That's insane! Are you nuts? That is not a lot of damage. I'm not seeing that much of a difference, honestly. There's so many corpses in the room. Why? That's not... That object must be broken. This does not seem to do very much damage at all. Like, 10%... oh yeah, I get it. It's like 10%, but not plus percentage of number of corpses, but units, right? I kind of get it. Oh shit, we killed Merlin, and now we get this other fool. That is not very good, but that is a great damage upgrade. Actually, that was a fantastic item that I've actually never seen that one before. So I have not seen every single item in the game. But I'm pretty close to that. I must be extremely close to that. It's doing like less damage than before. I don't really get it. Anyway, we're almost at the end of this. We are in the end 1/3. I think I'm going to continue using the chakram because more shit spawns and more interesting things happen. So I forgot completely about is I have potions of rage. So let's use them up. Do double damage to these idiots. I will use a few of my health potions here because I'm kind of getting tossed around a lot. I don't like how low my health is dropping. I am very much looking at it, making absolutely certain. Nimby's ring or essence or whatever the hell it was is what gives me this blue blue protection. I'm going to use that potion of rage again. Maybe we'll get more damage done here. This is taking so long though, way longer than before. Kind of strange. If we continue using that defense, being forgetting about that as well. Boy, there's so much health in this dude. I would love for you to collapse in a heap of garbage. Would you like to eat a massive dick with your giant skull face? I would love to see you die. I would love to you fry something and more words. I'm losing my sanity here. This is so foolish. I would like more health potions though, but what I can do, take my last health potion, maybe get that, and then get my crit chance increased. Oh shit, what happened here? Oh fuck, did it get stuck behind the wall? That will be very upsetting. Hopefully, I think that, okay, the hit box is a bug that I have never seen before. Actually, I have not ever seen a bug for this game, other than something I have never noticed. I've not seen this guy get stuck behind the wall. That's kind of garbage. It's very upsetting to see this happening. Luckily though, the hitbox is still there, so I may not get completely screwed. But kind of upsetting. Regardless, I think my resistance is still fine. Continue upping that damage to oblivion. And we got nothing out of this fight. And it's all behind the wall over there, so that is upsetting. Alright, let's kill a few loot piñatas over here. Quite clearly, they are suffering a lot more damage now. One swing, 100. So yeah, this is going to go way faster than before. Still though, kind of upsetting that they don't just immediately drop dead. Alright, we have grabbed a few things. I think this is still more damage. This chakram. So, swing the crap out of it. It's not that big a difference. It's not dealing that much more damage, that much quicker. Because the damage is lower, but it hits more often. Alrighty. Alrighty. Continue grabbing all the items. More levels. Yay, more attack. Can't have enough. More damage. The one character that I have had so much damage, like, okay, there's no point to putting more points of damage here, is the engineer. The engineer is the other character that is very much broken. Totally forgot about that until just now. It is super broken. It will one-shot. No, this is garbage. I don't want that. It will one-shot bosses regularly. It has an attack that throws this insane amount of damage. It's just crazy. It's just nerfable, like objectively nerfable. It needs to be altered. It's not very good with crowd control. Another Dragon's Tail, I'm cool with that. It's not very good with crowd control. That character is not very good at it, but holy crap, does it do insane amount of single target damage. Just crazy. Anyway, we have a visit from the Redeemer pretty soon. So let's just kill another one of these foolish idiots. I think the hammer is, by this point, the hammer is doing almost as much damage. Please give me items that will reduce. I didn't want that. I want to go back and grab the item. That is something I resent. The way that the hitboxes, so to speak, is a complete shit. The hitboxes of the items and the portals, they overlap so much. And you miss out on items because you hit the thing that you weren't supposed to hit. Anyway, we're almost back to the 3,000 health point range. Do I want to sacrifice 25% more for more skills? I probably don't. Holy shit, this takes a long time. Let me just maybe chakra my way to victory, hopefully. It's not that much more damage, honestly. I keep saying the same thing. I am a bit disappointed with the way the run is going, because while we are almost invincible, also we're not dealing too much damage, so it still goes pretty slow. Like, these bullet sponges are the most egregious things, and it's what takes a long time to get through. But we're kind of getting there. I'm surprised that we have not been able to find more cooldown reducing items. They are very conspicuously absent in this run. Usually you get so much better, so many better items to reduce the cooldown of your abilities. So I'm very much hoping for such things eventually. I really don't want to grab that awful 10 bonus damage, 5 health. I already have that. Don't want to grab that awful piece of shit that is the armor. Let's go all the way down here. More beer, more thing, and something I started doing, but you don't really. Oh, that's good. You don't really want to do, because. By the way, let me check something. I'm not going to care about this guy at all. 5, 2. Where's the other book? Movement speed. Am I dying? Nope. Where's the book that reduces cooldowns? Yeah, okay. So now I only have 13% down. I activated a few more seals. I didn't mean to. But this is something I started resorting to because it took so freaking long to kill these guys. Okay, I was like, I'm just going to spawn 3 of them at once and gather them all up, and we're going to kill them together. There you go. That's a good spot to kill both of them at the same time. Of course, the downside is, of course, it's a bad word to use there because it's not obvious. The downside to this is you don't get loot for all of them. You only get loot for the last one that you kill. So that is a bad thing, but we have gotten to such point that extra items are kind of marginally beneficial. All of these shots and they're not doing nothing to me. Extra items are marginally beneficial, like there's only a few that will make an actual difference, so I don't feel too bad about foregoing a few in favor of making this go possibly about twice as fast by swinging my hammer at 2 of these guys at the same time. Pretty upsetting. I might as well get that extra defense for no reason because there is nothing happening here. There's no damage being done to me. There's no damage being done to me. I'm eating every single one of those shots, and the damage is just completely negligible. And the reason for that is the lifesteal and my giant pile of defense and shielding. Pretty good. I like to kill the one that is losing health right now. Like the one that is actually, I think is the bottom one. Yeah. Because I think maybe that will give me the loot. Nope, you have to kill the last one, and the last one is the one that will give you the loot. Pretty silly. Get punished for trying to play harder, you know. And there was absolutely nothing there. So let me just hammer your face. Alright. Okay, everything exploded. That is so nice when the corpses all explode and they make my life easier. Alright. Murder you. The Redeemer will come in the same manner that it did before, because we don't have enough damage to destroy this thing. Book here. I believe that there's no more books to be obtained. There are. Like there is. I don't think this is doing any more damage than the hammer does, because the hammer hits much harder. Yeah, so we're just going to take it. Let's see how much damage this Redeemer does. Yeah, it's kind of owning me right now. It does a lot of damage. Yeah, if you stand still, you just cannot take it. So we're going to switch back to the chakram and do exactly the same thing that we did in the previous one. And you can see it, right? You can totally see how this just gets boring eventually. I'm still like having a good time. Like, just like in Risk of Rain, there is something to... Oh shit! I didn't even pay attention! I wasn't paying attention to my health. I was just too busy thinking about other things. Well, we got killed, and that is the end. But I think this is a very good example of how overpowered run can progress. I died there simply because I didn't heal. Like, I was at no danger of dying other than not paying attention to my health pool a little bit. So there goes that. Where's the guy? Where's the guy? The Destroyer. It was already all fully leveled up. So I will continue playing this game a little bit. I will play some more to maybe just level up. All that it takes is one super powered run for you to level up entirely the rank of your character. And then I'm just going to let it sit. I'm just going to let it sit for a while. Have the developer work some more on it, because they do seem to be working on it more and more. since release. There's already been a patch and everything, so it's not like they're abandoning it. And it's very obvious to me, just looking at the state of the game, that while it is a complete game, there's a bunch of things missing. That the developer has a vision that is not quite realized just yet. So I will be looking at this game in the future, but for now I think I'm done with it. And I hope probably you are too after this hour-and-a-half run. And you know, you've had enough to be able to tell, do I want to play this game, or do I give two shits about it, or whatever. So hope that it entertained you to some extent, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, don't get your soul sucked by the Redeemer, unless it's something that you want.